Welcome back to the World Poker Tour with the LA Poker Classic, where 4 players remain, and the blinds are going up to 40 and 80,000.
Current chip leader is Raymond Dolan with over $5 million in chips. What's astonishing to me, that as much prize money is at stake here for these guys, they are not holding back. They are all really gambling it up here right now.
All right, to the pit we go. Dr. Gevork quickly folding his hand. Tree Huynh now with just a 10 deuce, but he does not care. He's going to bump it up.
Well, Vince, I'm astonished how aggressive Tree has been here. He's the amateur at the table, venture capitalist, but he is playing boldly here at this final table tonight.
Makes it 160, and right behind him, restaurant manager Raymond going out.
Over to Andras. He just has a 7-5 offsuit, but the raise was just the minimum raise from the 80,000 big blind to 160,000. So with 320,000 in there, Andras feels like he's getting a good price to make the call for 80,000 more. And the flop comes Jack 10-6, all diamonds.
Tree Huynh gets a piece of that pair of 10s. The Hungarian checks first.
Tree checks also with 2 10s and a flush draw.
4 spades on the turn.
Now Andras has an open-in straight draw and a bigger flush draw.
And he's coming out to bet. 235.
Now if you're Tree, you're saying, well, I've got a pair of 10s here, but in case that's no good, I've also got a flush draw.
Well, he's called it. We're going down to the river.
Sometimes you don't know what to wish for in the river. A diamond is not it right now.
They both hit their flushes.
Andras, believe it or not, has the biggest flush with the 5 of diamonds.
But he's going to check it. Huynh, no shenanigans, checks as well.
And flush.
And a wise check by Tree. Andras Koroknai is going to take it down.
To the delight of the Hungarian Beach Boys. Came out from Hungary, rented a beach house in Redondo Beach, California, and they've been partying ever since.
These guys came to town for a vacation, decided to play a little poker at the Commerce, played a satellite, got in, could take down this tournament.
Okay, next hand, Raymond Dolan with a 9-7. The restaurant manager, only 23 years old. By the way, how do you become the manager if you have 9 brothers and sisters? Wouldn't you be doing the dishes instead?
Well, that's what you were doing at 14 and 15 and 16. Now you've been there a long time, so you move up to manager.
All right, well, he likes his hand here a little bit. He's going to raise with a 9-7. Makes it 200,000. Right behind him, Andras with a king-jack, though.
Yeah, but he's got Kojak.
And he's going to stick out more chips. Makes it 550,000. Dr. Gevork going out.
Doesn't just call with the king jack. Comes right over the top with it for another 350,000.
Raymond calls.
He wants to see a flop. He's in position on the guy. He's got more chips than the guy. So let's see if he can get lucky on the flop. Here it comes. What's come ace jack 7 with 2 spades. So Andras has flopped second pair.
And he's first to act. And he's going to get aggressive. He's going to put more chips out there. 675,000. Just like that.
Well, Raymond's got bottom pair. He's also got a backdoor flush and a backdoor straight draw. But right now just has 2 7s. His brother Tim sitting there saying, be careful here. Be careful.
Yeah, this is a good muck. He gets away.
But what aggression we're seeing by Andras. He said he believes in aggressive play like all the good European players, and that's his style.
Well, he's now the chip leader again. We're coming back with more action on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us.
I think poker is very, very similar to business. In business, when you start up, you want to build a company, you have to have a plan. Just like in poker, when you get dealt 2 cards, you really should come up with a plan of how to play the hand. When I'm playing poker, everything I do, it's pure strategy from my point of view. I'm trying to think, how do I get their money? In business, I'm trying to think, well, how do I build and how do I get money?
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. How do I get their money? Venture capitalist, Ponzi scam, it's all the same to me. What is he talking about?
Well, Vince, his plan is very simple. Just keep firing at the pots. That's his plan. He's got no other plan that I've seen, but give him credit for that. He is not afraid to put his chips out there.
He's a tough player. Back to the felt we go. Andras with a quick fold. And now Dr. Gevork with a king-jack with the button. He's going to raise.
He's going to be feeling left out of the action here so far.
Yeah,
he's finally going to get in it and raise with a king-jack.
Makes it 175 to go.
Tree looks down at a nonchalant 6-deuce.
500.
But he's going to come over the top, make it 500,000 to go. This guy's unbelievable.
He really is. Raymond Dolan going out, so it's back on Dr. Gevork.
I bet you can just see the frustration in his face. His face is actually turning red here out of aggravation. The way these guys are gambling it up here at this final table. He's going to make the call and look at a flop, though.
King-jack versus 6-deuce. Here we go.
Here comes a flop. Well, it's 9-5-deuce with 2 diamonds, so Tree has flop bottom pair here.
No luck for Dr. Gevork. And Tree is first to act.
Well, you re-raise with a 6-deuce. You hit bottom pair. What do you do now?
How much do you have left, George?
I don't think you put your opponent on a big pair here because he didn't raise you back before the flop. So maybe you just put him on 2 big cards like he's got.
Here's Dr. Gevork's family in the audience. He's a local, tough professional.
All in.
But Tree is going to go all in with this.
This is unbelievable.
Oh.
Just a great bet here by Tree. No way he can get called by Gevork. And the aggravation and frustration continues for Gevork at this final table.
Oh, boy. He's finally going to muck his hand. It's like Dr. Gevork would just like to exterminate himself here. Just can't make anything happen.
Okay.
Big hand, man. Big hand. I was just afraid you might suck
Man,
on.
what about this venture capitalist from Canada? This guy is an amateur player, got in this tournament on a $1,000 satellite. The venture capitalist he's risked for this tournament is going to prove to be very worthwhile wherever he finishes.
Back to Raymond Dolan's hand. This time he's going to squeeze a 10-7. Elects to fold. And now the Hungarian beach boy, Andras, with a king-10.
Well, another guy that's a very aggressive player. And he's going to fire it up here. Makes it 180,000 to go. Gevork wings his cards back into the muck.
And now Mr. Wing with a jack-9.
Does he know that you're allowed to fold? You know?
He's impressive.
He has just come to play.
No, he doesn't know that concept. He's called it. Let's see if he gets lucky. Flop is 9-7-4, all hearts. Tree Wing with the 9s. Tree checked it. And now Andras with nothing hitting there. He's going to make the continuation bet, 285.
Well, Vince Tree's got the kind of hand that most people are just going to check raise right here with this hand. You've got top pair and a flush draw.
But no, he's just going to call it.
And now the deuce of hearts comes off. So he has the best hand with the flush. Has his opponent drawing dead, but I'm sure he doesn't know that. See what he's going to do here with the jack high flush. He's going to check.
Now the Hungarian gets none of that, but he's riffling chips. Does he dare?
Well, the ever aggressive Hungarian looks like he's going to fire again, Vince.
Oh.
Well, he's fired shell number 2 here. Bluffing this pot. 480,000 this time.
Just hoping against hope that Wing has no heart and will disappear into the night.
Now, you might be saying, well, there's only 3 cards could beat him, the ace, king, or queen of hearts. But if you're sitting there with a jack high flush, you're saying, what else could this guy be betting but a big heart?
480.
480.
He's either bluffing or he's got me dead.
He's making this call.
Well, what a great call by Tree here. Just reading Andras as a bluffer. And now the queen of diamonds comes off. So nothing has changed. Tree has the best hand with the jack high flush, but let's see what's going to happen on this street.
And Tree is going to check again. And say it ain't so.
Unbelievable.
He's going to load up again.
The European is going for another load of chips, it looks like. He's going to fire a third shell at this pot on a bluff. Forget the shell. It's artillery here. Over $1 million bet.
This incredible heart by Andras, the Hungarian. But this is not an easy call by Tree. What will he do?
Very tough call to make, Vince. More than half the chips he's got left.
Call.
And he is going to make the call.
He's going to do it.
Well, Andras had just folded his hand as soon as he said call. Talk about Hart making the bet. What about Hart making the call with the jack-eye flush?
I don't have to show, right?
Tree says, do I have to show mine?
The guy mucked his cards. The answer is no.
But that is the call of the night. So well done by Tree Wing. To Tree or not to Tree, he has the answer. Big pot for Tree. 4 players remain here on the World Poker Tour, and we're coming back for more. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. We're at the Commerce Casino for the LA Poker Classic. 4 players remain.
Vince, let's talk a little bit about the Commerce Casino, the world's largest poker room. And here they have not only magnificent tournaments, but downstairs as wide a variety of cash games as you're going to find anywhere in the world.
Biggest and the best. A lot of fun here. But right now, the guys that are having fun are guys that are going after the millions here tonight. Let's go back down to the table, see what happens next.
Well, 2 of these 4 players will become poker-made millionaires tonight. The winner taking home nearly $1.8 million. The runner-up getting also over $1 million.
Action on the 23-year-old Raymond Dolan. Peeks down at a Jack-9.
Well, he's under the gun, meaning he's first to speak. Just has a Jack-9 offsuit, but looks like he's going to play this hand, Vince. Indeed he is. Comes out betting $200,000.
Into the Hungarian, who quickly folds his hand, and now Dr. Gevork with a King-10 of spades.
Well, he's just seeing these guys raise all the time, so he's finally going to make a stand and see a flop here with the King-10 of spades.
Doesn't raise. Let's face it, the man's tighter than the back seat of a Yugo.
And Tree, amazingly, goes out. One of the rare times. And flop comes queen, 4 deuce with 2 diamonds. No help to either player. Check. Gevork checks. It looks like Raymond's going to make the continuation bet. $220,000.
Oh, boy.
That's going to get the job done, most likely. You can just see the frustration on Gevork's face here.
Can't make anything happen. They're all picking on him, and he goes out.
Yep, right now he's got to feel like a piñata, Vince. The way they're all hitting on him all the time here, looks like. But there's a case where the guy that's leading out and doing the betting has the advantage, because most likely your opponent's not going to hit the flop. When he doesn't hit it, if you bet, tough for him to call. That was the case right there.
All right, the venture capitalist going out on this hand. And now Raymond also folding. And Andras looks down at a queen jack.
Oh, in.
Well, he's going all in.
Oh, wow.
More frustration for Gevork. Not only does he not pick up a hand, his opponents are moving in on him now. Of course, there is no defense against the all-in bet. You have to have a hand to play against it. Doesn't matter who you are.
Right out of the gate, Andras now, the Hungarian, picking up a pair of 7s. He's
got the 2 walking sticks, as we say. There's the Hungarian beach club, as you like to call them.
And Andras has raised to 180. Dr. Gevork out.
The Tree Wing has picked up a pair of 5s. I better be a little careful here. He's been very, very aggressive so far. And usually aggressive with very bad hands. Here he's got a pair, but just opts to call.
Into Raymond. Just got a Jack-8.
Raymond might feel like he's priced in right now. Going to cost him $100,000 to call, but there's $480,000 in the pot. So he's getting a good price to call. He does so, and we have 3-way action.
Yep. The kid's going to speculate, and it's going to pay off. He hit a pair of 8s right there.
Yep, it's come 8-6-3. Action is on Tree right now. He's going to check his 2 5s.
Raymond also checking.
Well, he's checking to the ever-aggressive Hungarian. But if I was sitting in Andras' seat right now and had a pair of 7s and my opponent's checked me with this board, I would bet. You think 2 7s are probably the best hand here, the way the betting's gone.
Well, he's betting $300,000. Tree wing with the pair of fives.
Well, tough decision for Tree. He's seen this guy bluff